All right, let me actually put it on a screen. Boom, ba-na-na-na. All right. Okay. I myself have had a good weekend. That's good. Some would say, but some would say. Best part of the weekend is the fact that never-ending grind of working. Yeah, the grind of work is ass. Last week I was working a little too much. I felt like I was doing a lot of 10-hour days, and I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. This week it should be a little bit better. We should be doing a little bit better this week. Oh my god. Technically, you do spend about 5 out of 7 of your work life, but yeah, 2 days a week is whoa. It's amazing because have you lost your thumbs? Are you typing with your nose? Monday, go boom for hamming. Wow. Pluto, do you need some beautiful graphics to fill up your life right now? Explore the jungle. The forest, I mean. Forest. Enjoy some forestry. It'll liven up your life. Dun, 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 dun. Boom, dun, dun, dun. Other than, if you think about it, entrepreneurs are not really problem solvers, but they are problem makers. And then they solve the problem that they're making. They're both problem solvers and makers. All right, they got both buckets. We make problems by default. Well, we identify things that are problems to us is what happens. All right, that's what we do. And then we solve those problems that we identify as problems. They're not necessarily problems for everybody either. There might just be problems for some people. But regardless, some problems need a solving. Like, postcards were a problem for people back in the day. Like, were a solution for people back in the day because, like, you know what? That person's far away, and I'm not gonna haul my ass over there, like potentially die on a ship going over there. So I'm gonna send a letter instead, and I'm gonna say hi. Just either write hi, how you doing? I miss them thighs. I'll see you later, and then send that overseas. Problem solved. And then people just like, you know what, that shit's super slow. It would be nice if we could do that without having to send a letter. And then this guy was just like, you know what, we're able to talk to somebody from very far away via this new telephone thingy. And they do that, and then we have internet after. It's like, it just gets easier and easier to talk. Email, we don't need postcards anymore. We got this email a thing. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. All right. So now I need to figure out the battle system. We're finally here. We're finally here now. We're finally here. The major roadblock. Major roadblock. You know, I've been reading through a book. While I was traveling, I was reading through game design patterns. I was reading this one. It was actually pretty good. Where's the dark mode? Why was it dark mode on my phone? I don't know. Hey, Thermos. I'm up to prototype. It was hard to find time to read though. But it was pretty cool. Code review on Pokemon Spectral. Well, I mean, you did bother to set up a Git repo for it. Maybe I don't know about code. Is that a patterns engineering book? Nerds! Yes, it is. It is indeed. Actually, Termos. I know English is not your first language, but I'm gonna post it. I've been reading through this book and it's pretty good. Double buffer game loop update method. Like, these are things you don't have to worry about if you're using a game engine, probably. But a lot of these other ones are actually, you actually don't need to worry about flyweight either, because that's like a sprite sheet. Singleton, that's globals and Godot. Prototype is like a handling. I actually don't know some patterns really. Like prototype, it seemed like they were just using it to clone existing objects. So you have one object and it has a clone function and it just makes a copy of itself. And that seems to be like the prototype pattern if you want to make a lot more of them. Observer, it was kind of interesting to see the implementation of an observer, and they did it with a friggin' linked list to not do dynamic arrays, which is kind of cool. Our reading is better than typing, but yeah, this is a programming pattern book specifically applied to video games. So I think it's pretty good to read through, and you get a good understanding on like what you can do in certain situations and how to make a lot of stuff work, and it's pretty cool. I was currently on the prototype. I was just reading through them one by one. Like, I'm actually just reading the whole thing. Just take time though. If you have a lot of time though, like I spent maybe an hour or two at most just reading. Big nerd learning about patterns and shit. All you need to know is that it's all made up, and you all need to know Node.js, how to use JMP and JMP LFG, all right, in ASM, and you're all good. I like how I can just understand them. Pseudo, you love Coco, how sweet. Hey Jetty. Like, have you ever heard of the beauty in CMPs and ASM? It's amazing compared to how you think of. Okay, never mind. I said I understand it, but I don't anymore. He's stroking out. He is stroking. All right, somebody call an ambulance. Somebody call an ambulance for Pseudo, because he is struggling. One of the most important patterns I think here is the state pattern, Termos. So if you need to read anything, read the state pattern. Because if you're using Godot, like there's other stuff that are kind of handled for you that you don't need to worry about, because you're not like programming a game from scratch with like a simple framework or something. Multiplication is weird. Division is weird. No, it's not. It's just how we categorize, how we, give somebody half of what I have. Like here, I have some food here. I'm gonna give you half of it. That's division. What's so weird about that? You're weird. You're the weirdo, all right? All right. Anyway. Boom, 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 boom. Battle manager. Boom, boom. I probably don't need to do all this. Add child. Wait a second. Did I push something that I don't have here? I did. Yeah, I removed these. Yeah. I turned these battle players into resources. I think. Yeah. I turned them into resources. Because they don't need to be a node on the tree. Like, come on. They don't need a process function. They're just handling what to do with an actual node. So code review when? Code review when I split into two Cocos and I'm able to wait, hold on. Bum bum boom boom. Let me do this. CD dot dot. Nope. Wait, what the hell? Okay, yeah, I was like, what the hell? It like... Pokemon Spectral. Okay. Bum, bum, bum. Parallel processing. How'd they discover that? You know how you can like walk and talk at the same time? We've all known about parallel processing, all right? Because we are built with it in our brain. It's just our eyes are like the UI thread. So you don't mess with the eyes because they can only really focus on one thing at a time. Whoa, you big brain. You're the big brain, all right? Stop being so big brained, all right? Smoothing out a little bit, all right? Or else we're gonna have some issues. Hold on, let me... Let's try this. Godot. How you doing? Imagine you go into somebody's stream like for the first time, you type all that other stuff, and then you say, hi, how you doing? You should try this soon. I am so curious. They're gonna freak out. They're absolutely gonna freak out. What was the one that we pulled? Spectral? Here. There we go. Import. Far Cry Eden? Far Cry Eden. Well, what am I reviewing here? Boom, 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 boom. You have damage cac. All right. There is code only. Well, it sounds like it's an issue. I gotta try for real through Far Cry 2 because people say the physics in that game are top shit. Crazy stuff. Drag their friends. Okay. Red stuff in your ID, nerds. Listen, all right. It's just global is not declared. Well, what is part 1? What is part 1? What is part 2? What is part 2, part 3, part 4? What is all this? Oh my Jesus. Part 1 to 15 of calculation. Oh my Jesus. Dude, for real, set up his NVIM so it dev environment error. Ha. Pseudo is stroking out live stream. Separate it into parts so it does in the right order. Okay. Terrain. First of all, one thing you need to know about programming. Here we go. If stab. So you don't need to do that. You don't have to say it is equal true, equal true, because this is by default a Boolean value that you can work with. So you don't have to say equals true. You can just get rid of that, because that's true or false already. Same thing here. Yeah. Same thing here. Same thing here. Same thing here. Yep, same thing here. Yeah. The numbers are fine. First of all, is this pseudocode? This is code. Hold on. How are you getting these values? If okay. Jesus. Okay. So this looks like a formula to me that's split out into a bunch of if statements. All right, let's see if we can fix this guy. So 0 is 1, 1 is 1.5, 2 is 2. There's a formula here. And the formula is, okay, I see it. Do you see it? I see it. Bar, I see it. I see the light. All right, so this is, so this if multi-defense thing is gonna be, I'm gonna call this, okay, we're gonna say multi-defense equals, this is not if multi-defense, all right? I'm gonna make a copy of this, right? Let's go to the definition of this bad boy, all right? Multi-defense, we'll say multiplier, all right? Equals 0.5, all right? All right? And now equals multi-defense multiplier times, and then there's going to be another value here, which is going to be like multi-defense, I don't know, amount? We'll just say amount. Okay, let's go ahead and go to this one, multiple times multi-defense amount. Okay? So we can come out all of this, man. All right, for these first four, it's obvious, right? Missed the Northern Lights. Holy shit. And then kaboom. Yeah, if multi-defense is amount, I know, I'm just labeling it so it makes more sense. That's what I figured. So now we have if multi-defense. This is an amount times a multiplier. So it looks like it's +1 times these things. Okay? So this +1. So this looks like this first chunk over here. So let's plug in a number. So if it's 4 times 0.5 is 2 plus 1 is going to be 3. Good. And then 5 5 times 0.5 is 2.5, plus 1 is 3.5, right? Okay, so that covers this part. I'm gonna just look at what you have here. All right, this is just the calculation for this one. So -1, let's look for the pattern. This is a series. Don't worry, Cock, I'm nearly on my keyboard. I can type faster here. Oh God, no. Stop him from typing faster, no. If anything, keep him away from that keyboard. Lit. The only thing lit was my friggin' editor. All right. So now you can do maybe if multi-defense amount is greater or equal to 0, we'll just do this one, right? Else, then we'll do a second calculation. So this covers these, right? Done. It could also just be an array. Yeah, that's true. This looks very impractical. It is very impractical. It could be an array. That's absolutely correct. But I like formulas more. All right, what is this is not my code, all right? Shut up, Brett. I'm doing code review, okay? Switches, how about I switch you? We're not using switches, all right? I don't want to use an array for this. An array is going to be if I can't figure out the pattern. What we're going to do is a formula. All right, Bread, you're good. You're good with math, all right? What's the formula here? We have a multi-defense multiplier, a multi-defense amount. This is technically the multi-defense amount. And then this is the result. What I just did is for the first one, I figured out the formula for this one because it's pretty simple, right? This is like multiplier amount times a multiplier plus 1. The multiplier is just 0.5, right? So amount times 0.5 plus 1. So this becomes 1.5, this becomes 2. This is like some... Doesn't look like a formula to me. I think it's got to be a formula. It's got to be a formula. This one is a little tricky. Just Google stats boost Pokemon. All right, fine. It's more fun to figure it out. What am I seeing? Jesus. I know, right? It is review time, all right? It is code review. Stats boost Pokemon. I wanted to see if I could figure out the formula here. Because it looks like the first one is 1/3, or I guess 2/3. 2/3, 2/4, 2/5, 2/6. Oh my God, is this it? 2/7? I think I figured it out. I think I figured out the formula. $100 divided by 7 times 2. 28. Oh my God, I figured out the formula. That is the formula. I figured out the formula. I got it. I freaking got it. That's the formula. Feels like that meme about checking if that number is even or odd, checking number one by one. Kind of. It kind of does feel that way. I mean, like, the man is learning to code. It's a process. We all start somewhere. But normally these things are formulas. So, or you can stick in an array like what Turbo said. Not Turbo's, Rita said. Why are you talking about Lego Star Wars when I don't know shit about Lego Star Wars? I'm right. Well, I don't know. Okay, so we have a numerator and denominator. So let's just say multi-defense. Oops. Multi-defense. Stop. I'm gonna say. Oops. Equals. I think this is just numerator. Okay. Numerator is going to be constant. It's a constant 2. 2 divided by, or 2 divided by, and then this is going to be this will be multi-defense amount, which starts at 3 plus multi-defense amount, I guess, would be the name here. So I'm gonna guess that this is the formula. Since Galileo's time. You're just adding to the denominator. What's so hard about that? Yeah, can simplify it to 2, 3, 2, 4, etc. Exactly, that's exactly what's happening here. So this is -1, so this becomes 2/4, right? So this works. Multi-defense amount, this is -1. Oh wait, no, this is 2. I was off by 1. Truth be told, whenever I see someone use Vim, I accept that they're a better developer than me. Absolutely not true. It might just mean they're more stubborn than you, okay? Because I'm very stubborn. I'm not the best developer. But I grit my teeth and I got through it, and it feels very nice to work with. Why read 99% of my nonsensical shitposts? Because I'm solving math here. We're doing math. You know, math requires a little bit of concentration, all right? You little shit posty. How about you send me a postcard with shit post on it? All right, so let's do the calculation. 2 divided by, wait, how loud is the music? Feels like it might be a little bit loud. It's a little loud. Hold on, I'm gonna chill it out a little bit. All right, it's probably a little bit better. Not blasting off my eardrum anymore. Twitch feels like home instead of YouTube. It does. It does feel like home. Twitch is the place. Truth be told, whenever I see someone knowing what they're doing, I just accept they're a better developer than me. I mean, Termos, technically you're not a developer, but you are a learning one. Which I guess makes you a developer though, I guess. You've written code, you're officially a developer actually. Just kidding. You are officially a developer. Welcome to the world, all right? When you're dealing with numbers like this, you got to know there's a formula here, and you just got to use a formula instead. Show the presentation about Twitch and YouTube. The friggin' presentation. Oh my god. Wait. What formula are you using? This is the formula, I think, Bread. So 2 divided by 2 plus multi-defense amount. I think that's it. So multi-defense amount is -1. So it becomes 2 out of 3. Multi-defense amount, -2, becomes 4. Oh, wait. Negative multi-defense amount. I had it a little bit backwards. Plus negative multi-defense amount. I don't like doing minus negatives. I like doing plus a negative of the amount. But yeah, Lou, you're right. Absolutely correct. I missed the minus there. That is hyperbola. Are you sure? That's what it seems like. But I think this works now. 2 plus negative of -2, which is going to be 4. 2 out of 4. 2 out of 5. Right? 2/5. Wait. Yeah, no, that works. 2/6. Yep, which is 1/3. 2/7 is 0.28, correct. And then we want to... How does the rounding work? It works. I know, right? Can you believe it? What is 2 divided by 8? 2 divided by 8, 2 divided by 2 divided by 7. 2 divided by 7. Wait, 2 divided by 7, that's 2.85. So we're gonna do floor. Math that. Floor? Alright, we're just gonna floor that, alright? So let's just dip that real quick. Dip that out of here. Bam! Cloud models are much better. I would start standing instead of living to my knees playing Overlords of Tech. Wait, I missed some conversation here. I hate almost every smart device. Oh, you guys are talking about that stuff, I see. Thinking model. I don't think they can compare with GPT-4 cloud version. I haven't been using the GPTs much, to be fair. I thought 2 was 3. I'm just dumb. Will 0 be equal to 1? 0 will be equal to 1, correct. That is it. We had all the cases and they're all written out. It's like, you know when you're in school and they just kind of write you out a series of numbers, figure out the pattern? That's all this is, really. And then this is the same thing, if multi-attack. So we get rid of this one, we can get rid of this one, boom. This one is gonna be a private. Let's rename this, right? I can't use Control-I? Man. Multi-defense multiplier. All right, I'm just gonna control you. Multi-defense multiplier. So this is the way you're supposed to do it in, what the hell? Did it not rename it? What? That's crazy. Okay. Multi-defense. All right. I don't know what's going on here, but it's not doing the thing. Oh, damage is all spelled wrong. All right, global. Why is this in a global script, by the way? Hold on. Why is rename not working? Okay. That's crazy. Multi-defense. Okay, let's just do that. I think that's fine. Rename ain't working. I don't know why, man. You're just dumb. We're all dumb. Don't worry about it. Yeah, will 0 be equal to 1? Following steps to Terry Davis, but not too much. Using Gemini's models lately since GPT felt like it's getting dumber and dumber due to them trying to cut costs. AI, I've heard it's not sustainable. It might all just come crashing down. I don't know. It would suck if it did. Stock market's gonna drop like crazy. But I guess that's time to buy in. Alphabet has way more money to burn right now in comparison to OpenAI. That was proportional property for a second, so I tried doing line function form. Yeah, it didn't seem that way. Usually the answer is pretty simple. Best Claude IMO, but uses too much token. Yeah, I don't know anything about these GPT models, man. I don't use them much. Did I see the art made by Mouse? Oh, you made that art with Mouse? That was pretty good. With a friggin' mouse? That's impressive, actually. You're going back to your old style. Your pen broke? What happened to your pen? Depends on the way you develop, I guess. I only tried mobile and web and it worked good so far, but I gotta admit, designs are looking cool. But it doesn't have any soul. Yeah, that's what kind of happens. You gotta, if you want to ask for a design or something, like it can give you like a nice template, I guess, but like you gotta add the soul into it. A lot of resources out there for mobile web dev. Anything else I assume is gonna be lacking good up-to-date information. Like it doesn't really. It doesn't really normal. It doesn't feel like it works well. I lost my train of thought. That Bangkok message made me forget what I was going to say. The lame one. The lame one. The dumpling. You goddamn right. Speaking of Bangkok, though, I ate plenty of xiaolong baos there. I hope AI dies. We don't need the AI. Yeah, pen broke. Need a new one. What's wrong? How you break your pen? You drawing too hard. The cock. I said it's cocking time. It's cocked all over the place. All right, listen. We're just cocking around here. Okay, that's all you need to know. Why am I not able to rename? Hello? I'm not able to rename. This is absolute madness. Okay, well, we're gonna have to do it the old-fashioned name, all right? Old-fashioned way. / multi-defense amount. With, I guess we'll do it this way. Multi-defense amount. Okay, and then what's the next one? Let's do a /s, VG s/ paste that with multi-defense multiplier. I'm just gonna write multi. /G just in case. I don't know. There's probably no reason to do that, but we're good. Okay, cool. So this is a private. Private starts with _ delete this once you read and understand. Okay. Whenever I see a character like this on my screen, I only think the real person using it is either Kratos or a femboy or an e-girl. I mean, I can tell you that I'm probably an e-girl, okay? You can probably tell by my voice. It might not be 100% obvious, but we're an e-girl here. Coco is Kratos IRL. I wish. Like skinny Kratos, all right? Die of hunger. We're like e-girls, guys. We've always been an e-girl. Can you explain what is private? Yeah, I can. So if you're trying to access this from outside of this file, I didn't say I'm an e-grill, all right? You're an e-monkey, all right? I'm an e-monkey. So if you're trying to access this from outside of this, like, you see how we have this whole script inside this file? If you try to access this variable outside of the file, you can't do it because it's private. You can only see it inside the file. That's it. That's all it is. That's all it means by private. The rest and everything that doesn't start with the underscore is public. So you can see it outside the file. That's all it is, really. All right, so let's do multi-attacks now. I don't even know where you're doing this. Bar. Okay, so we'll do this again, what we did before. multi attack. And then bar multi attack amount is going to be a float 0, as you probably know. And then another private multi attack multiplier equals, I don't know what it's going to equal, float, but we'll figure it out. I'm doing it by feeling and it's telling me how to fix errors. Well, that's one thing you can do, I guess. All right, so let's figure out the formula here. So multi-attack, it looks like it's the same thing as before, right? 0.5 is the multiplier. 0.5 times 6 plus 1. It's the same thing. The formula is the same. It's the same exact thing. Don't risk it, IMO. There's nothing to risk. It's this. I'm looking at the same numbers here. Is raw expired ice edible? I mean, anything is edible. The question is, will it kill you? Is it poison? That I cannot answer to. But I would not eat it if I were you. How about you eat? Why don't you get your penicillin bread instead? Maybe that'll be a better bet. That's what you get for blocking breads. Oh, got him. Absolutely got him. Absolutely got him. Risk it. I totally knew what I was doing. I wasn't. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm gonna dip this real quick. And I'm gonna say that we don't only need one multiplier. Yeah, I don't know why I put multi here twice, now I look at it. I'm just gonna do stat multiplier. Damage multiplier? I don't know, man. Damage multiplier. Alright, let's just do that. Okay, multi-defense, multi. Let's just do that. That's fine. I'm gonna dip this. These are the same numbers. Multi-attack amount. And then we'll just put multi-attack. Multi-attack equals. This is really the same thing. So damage multiplier times multi-attack amount. Plus 1 else multi, just gonna df atk slash g. All right, cool. That's it. So this shrunk a lot. If attack, SP defense, SP attack, this will never fire off. Did you mean to put like if defense? I swear there's a better way of doing this than if else how. Yeah, there is. There's still a way to improve this as well. I'm just not bothering at the moment. We can probably just do like getters. Like we could probably just put a function on the multi-attack itself. We could probably put a function here and then it just returns like the formula. So you just plug in an amount and then it'll just return to you the calculation. You deleted true from, hold on. Yeah, I deleted a true. Oh, was this supposed to be a not true? A false? Hold on. Oh, it was a false there. Okay. My bad. So you don't need this because this could just be else. And if you're going to do this, then you could just say SP defense equals if attack, I guess. And then you could say if SP attack equals not if attack. And if SP defense equals oops. Yeah. Not if attack. Man, these names are killing me. You can just delete all these now. They're gone. It does the same thing. You're calculating your booleans. By using, yeah, exclamation point, you can do negative. Right. So that's all gone. That's all gone. All right. So this function has been severely reduced. For these, I mean, they're like one-liners. You're setting stuff based on a condition, which is okay. I don't know where you're using these things though. Raw rice is very bad to eat. Yeah, but why would you eat raw rice? Like you're trying to, it's a testament to see how strong your teeth are, I guess. What's more brittle, my teeth or this rice? I don't have food. Are you? Why? Why do you have food? You should food yourself. Okay. Anyway, so this should all just be. Oh my god. Wait, did we get rid of all these if part things? Did we do it? By the way, you saw how you were doing part. Where were the parts being used, actually? Being responsible is hard, for real. That is true. You know what you need to buy yourself? See, like, are you moved, like, are you away from home now and you're taking care of yourself? But you need to get yourself emergency rations, which are going to be your main source of food because you're not responsible enough to remember ever to feed yourself. Get instant noodles. It's an easy and quick emergency ration. All right? If you eat enough of them, you're going to hate yourself. And you're going to be like, I ate my emergency cup a week ago. Well, you need to get yourself more of them. If you run out of your emergency rations, listen, you always need emergency rations, all right? Always. Always, always, always. Thermos, were you using these part things before? Like, I don't even know what that's supposed to be for, to be honest. Part. I don't know, man. I'm gonna delete it. It's gone. It's gone, all right? You don't, whatever this is, you don't need it. Just believe me. I'm gonna adapt that, all right? It's gone. This is also not a it's the other script. Oh shit, wait. Damage calc. Oh, that's right. Okay. Hold on. Spelled this wrong. Oh wait, let me rename this real quick. Stop. I think Godot doesn't like if I do this over here, so we gotta do. Na, 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 na. I'm gonna rename it here. Damage calc GD. Okay. Damage calc GD. There we go. I renamed the UID thing. All right. Now the globals are not registering, which means you didn't register the global. Have you tried being Hannibal Lecter? My doormate is in the dorm today. Oh, rip. That's one meal that's not showing up yet. Are there any animals outside that you can catch? How about the local fauna? I'm gonna say that this is already a bad idea. You did register the global, which is kind of weird that it's. I mean, my LSP is being it's being like, yeah, this works. I don't know, man. Identifier global is not declared in current scope. Nah, it doesn't like global. If you have a friend, you can ask for food. Like, go outside, be a hunted meal at McDonald's right now.
Clinking glasses, magnifying glass tilted right, rolling on the floor, laughing, magnifying glass tilted right, smiling face with heart eyes, sparkler face with monocle, speak no evil, monkey starstruck, sparkles.
Part 1. Oh, you're okay, this is what you're using the parts for. You're just calculating the damage in stages. Is that all you were doing? Why do you need to calculate it in stages? You don't need to do this in stages. Or if you want to do it in stages, like, you can just have var damage equals 2 times global that level, all right? Oh, followed. Thank you. Thank you for the follow. Greatly appreciated. And then you can keep iterating over, right? And then you can say damage equals. It's easier to read for me. No, that is not easier, believe me. And that's also the worst way you could possibly do it. Equals damage divided by 5. Plus 2. Plus equals 2. This just keeps going, right? But I mean, you could shrink this, yes. If you really wanted to, but that's probably not the best thing to do. Okay, and then you could do damage equals damage times global dot BP, whatever that is. That's 0, but like, that's fine. And if global attack is true, okay, delete this, delete this. You can get rid of all these little true comparisons. You could do, oops. Wait, you're getting rid of your whole. Did you make a mistake here, or am I just like drunk? Hold on. Because this one, okay, this one has a part 4, part 5, part 4, part 5. Is that supposed to be that way? Probably you're drunk, but I also made a mistake. Oh. No, I think it's not a mistake. All right. This looks a bit like my old code. Midnight, 20 minutes from me. See ya. Yes, Poland. Yeah, he's Poland. He's a Polish bread. He's getting stale. It's getting late for him. Wait, why are you trying to eat at midnight when you have reflux? You're not supposed to eat before bed. Like 3 hours before bed, you shouldn't be eating. Otherwise, you're gonna aggravate that reflux. That's just how it is. You don't have reflux? I thought you did. Polish bread is the best. I just ate one. Pseudo has tips. Why does color change? What the hell? I'm ready and locked into shitpost. Oh shit. Is he at a computer? No, he's typing in caps. No? I don't know. I don't know what E-I-E-I-O, okay? You got the E-I-E-I-O esophagitis. All right. I don't even know how to say that. What the hell is that? Would be grateful. There you go. I'm gonna Google that. Wait, hold on. How do you pronounce this? White blood cells leaving the trouble following food getting stuck impaction. Okay. That sounds like it sucks. It sounds like eating is a nightmare then. Jesus, man. You probably don't have very good memories for eating. It feels like everything is getting stuck. That sounds like an absolute pain. Eating used to be hell, but got prescribed actually good medicine. I would imagine like taking pills and stuff would be a nightmare as well. Like if you feel like food itself is getting stuck, swallowing a pill sounds like it'd be even worse. Why would you piss off neighbors? I know, right? Big Ed coming in here hot. Be nice to thy neighbor. Okay. Like, I don't really... It sounds like if attack is true, then if defense is always going to be true, right? I don't really get what the logic is here, but... So this is like... These things sound like they go together. I don't know, but it sounds like that way to me, because it's part of the calculation here. So I'm going to treat them as such. I'm gonna treat them as such. And equally to that one. If attack is true, defense is always true. And if attack, special attack, yeah. So you don't really need to check if defense, right? All you need to do is check special attack and if special attack. bought a denim jacket for $3.5. I think I'm good on that one. What the hell? How you get a denim jacket for that cheap? Do you go to a thrift store or something? People letting go stuff, see secondhand usually, yeah. Speaking of the thrift shop, I would play the song, but it's DMCA, so. Popping tags. Alright, so I'm gonna delete all these. Guys, believe me, like, you're just giving yourself a headache with this. This gets a lot simpler and easier to read when you just do this. And not only that, this should not be in a global script, so I'm just gonna keep going like this. Also, you're saying it equals the global attack, not... What's happening here? Did we delete something that mattered? If multi-attack. If multi-attack. Are you setting if multi-attack somewhere? Where are you setting if multi-attack? If multi. It's not set anywhere. Oh, it should get the value of Pokemon attack. Alright. So the issue here is that you have damage that you're calculating, and then you all of a sudden delete the damage that you're calculating with the attack of the Pokemon. So like, I don't know what gives here. I don't know what you're doing here. Like, you're just deleting your progress now. You just threw it away as if you never did in the first place. That's exactly what happens here. And then you're throwing away the attack for the defense. Read part 6. Oh, okay, I see. I see. I just had to keep reading. So this is these are like multiple steps now. Part 4, part 5. Okay. Okay, so where does it converge? Where does it So this is the problem when you just name things like part 5, part 6, part 7. Instead of this being like, so part 6, part 4 sounds like it should just be Pokemon attack. Right? So I would say like something like var, Pokemon attack. And then this for now will just equal 0. And then I would say Pokemon attack. Oops. That. Equals that. Then I would do the same for our Pokemon defense. I'll just ATK, DTK. Alright. Pokemon attack. Pokemon defense, right? So you just kind of do something like this. Right, Pokemon attack. Poke defense, right? There we go. Let me send it to you to see how it looks. Okay. So this was the formula that you're using. 2 times level divided by 5 plus 2 times power times attack / defense divided by 50 plus 2 times modifier. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. As for friend, but I think I'd rather not. Okay. So now using this formula, 2 times level divided by 5 plus 2. 2 times level divided by 5 plus 2. Let's do that. Plus 2. I'm just gonna get rid of the first few steps because, like, and then you're multiplying it by what? Power times attack / defense. Is that where your power times battle power is? BP is the Pokemon's power, right? Hello. How's it going, Devil? How you doing? Base power of a move. Oh. Okay. Yeah, it's probably not good to use abbreviations randomly. I'm just gonna say base power. Alright. Can you... I don't know why renaming doesn't work. That's weird. Base power. Alright. This should also not be a thing. Started a regular project this week. So feeling good? Hell yeah. What are you working on? What are you making? Enlighten us. I mean, Pokemon use BP for base power. Alright. Even so, you should still just write it out. Turn-based tactical battle system, maybe? Oh, well, hell yeah. Now we're talking. We're all working on turn-based battle systems, I guess. Right now we're refactoring Termos' code. Just doing something a little bit different than what we normally do. I'm starting to think that using some kind of command pattern with a state system seems to be the way. I still have not had much time to work on it because life gets in the way of me doing a lot of stuff. So we got the lives. The life is lifing. Damage times base power. PR review time, right? Yeah, we're just reviewing a ton of stuff. We worked through the damage calculations, so bam. Thanks for the lurk, damsel. Don't worry about that message. Friggin' Big Ed at it again. I live furthest away from the city. I like spending time outside. I got some knowledge now. Oh yeah, that's good. Speaking of hunger, I'm starving right now. Like, absolutely hungry. Wait, give me a second. I'm gonna munch. All right, we have a donut. There is a donut in the fridge. We're gonna enjoy that. So what's global.parts? Fill me in. Okay, so Termos is new to programming, so he's trying to figure stuff out. He has a global script where he was calculating each part of his damage calculation. This is essentially just a Pokemon kind of game. It's mimicking the same exact calculation. So essentially, like, he broke it into parts. And it's this formula. So it got broken into a bunch of parts. It's not too bad of a formula. It's not too bad. There's already a lot of simplification though. When they were writing that Mad Math font, you know it's serious. Imagine designing the freaking damage for the system. That's actually pretty ridiculous. I'm guessing A/D. I'm just gonna go with what Termos wrote here, and we'll just apply it like that. Because eventually you're gonna need a Pokemon to pull these things out of. So we have global attack now. Okay, so this is the Pokemon's attack, and this is the Pokemon's defense, and it's gonna be set to these things. And then this is multi-attack. Multi-attack? Where do you get the multi-attack value from? Part 4, Part 5. Then Part 6 divided by Part 7. Divided by 50. Plus 2. The multi-attack thing is the thing I fix first. Yeah, I know that. But I don't know where this... So this multi-attack... Oh, it's the if multi-attack. Right. Never mind. Never mind. Okay. Oh, I just swallowed a bunch of air. That was uncomfortable. Are they in the YouTube comments or am I blind? I mean, they are in the YouTube comments, but that doesn't mean you're not blind. I mean, let's not rule it out. Meth is amazing. Big Ed. I thought Pseudo was on the stuff. Actually colorblind, are you? That sucks. I've heard there are people that go like most of their lives and not even realize they're colorblind. I guess it's possible. Donut is so good. I guess for them to ask you, like maybe they had a suspicion. Because I would imagine, like, if you're hanging out with people, you're gonna have to do something color-based eventually. Like, oh, which one do you want? Like, I don't know, the gray one? There's no gray one here. Syrup, energy drinks, and syrup soft drinks are way cheaper than brand name. Even fake Coca-Cola. I drink water mostly. Good, drink water, bread. Don't let Pseudo trick you with that carbonated bullshit. You drink your water. My wife gave me a gentle telling off earlier because I bought skim milk red, not semi-skim green. Apparently I can't read labels either. I have the same issue. Listen, all right, that's just a guy thing, okay? If you need any excuse, you just say guys are all built this way. So like, you just gotta accept it the way it is. For whatever reason, our brains are wired to like do the most complicated shit. But when it comes to simple everyday tasks, we fail these super hard. Like, hey, can you find me the pen that's on the table over there? Yeah, sure. 1 hour later, I can't find the pen. I don't know where the hell this shit is. They go over to the table. Pen is on the table. Exactly where you swear you looked, like 27,000 times. That shit was in the quantum realm, and it fabricated just to get her pissed off at you. And that's just how it goes. And it happens every time. There's just something. I don't know what it is, but it's just how we're built, I think. And I don't think there's anything we can do about that. She planned it when you had your back turned 100%. That's what I mean. I just say it was the quantum ghost. Like, they did the thing. It's like, I swear I looked there and it was not there. But now it is. It is just unreal on how hard that hits. Next time I'll try that, I'll let you know her reaction from hospital. All right, sounds good. Bread is the life redness of a 40-year-old man. That's what happens when you have like a problem with your esophagus, I think. That shit makes you adult really quick. Because when eating gives you troubles, like, that shit is not fun. And if you have to deal with that on a daily basis, I can't even imagine. Alright, I choked down that donut. That feels so much better now. Okay, so this looks like part 6, part 7. Okay, and part 4 was just the attack and defense. Okay, so you could say Pokemon attack equals, or you could, I think we just do times equal global dot multi attack. Wait, did we rename these? Multi-attack. Pokemon. Where's my Poke Defense? Poke Defense. Hello? Multi-defense. I have no idea why this is not working, by the way. The globals, like, is absolutely tripping me up. It's insane. It should be working. Okay, so this gets rid of this. 6 and 7. Where do we converge? I shouldn't be deleting. Hold on. I shouldn't be deleting the damage calc, so I can refer back. I should not be deleting this. Let's warm up to part 6. Okay. Just gonna put that back in there. Okay. Just gotta put that back in there. It's working. It's just the program you're using, I think. Yeah, something weird is happening, and I don't know what it is. Squeaky as hell. You don't pay for your own food. You don't cook your own food. Well, you do pay. Yeah. Bread likes cooking. What do you like cooking? Cabanos? Do you cook the cabanos? I'm just gonna throw the script on there. Like, it's not gonna make any sense, but like, this one isn't bitching about it, so that's interesting. Oh wait. I think I know why. It's because I had multiple instances of Godot open that were sending stuff to the debug port, I think. Oops. Damage calc. All right. Oh yeah, we're good now. It works now. We're freaking good. Let's go. I think I need to do overtime. Damage calc. All right. Global. Let's go. Let's go. No, it keeps quitting. Why does it keep quitting? Hello? Godot. Cac, you aren't contributing to the stream by giving Bread valuable practical tips. I already told him just get emergency ration, instant noodles. That was it. Spent a lot of time outside. That's what I did. I mean, I just had an emergency ration, noodles. I had a Vietnamese roommate who had a rice cooker, and he always made rice. I'd eat rice with rice seasoning and like those little Vietnamese sausages that come with the rice too. Like, it was pretty good. There would always be backup food, so I was allowed to be a child still. How do I learn? Because I want to make an indie pixel art RPG, but I don't know how to code. Make simple games first, I guess. Like, you have to do a lot of stuff to do an RPG. Like, if you don't know how to code, I'd recommend that you just start with something really, really small. Just learn how to program stuff to move around the screen first. I don't know why a GD script... Hello? 0 clients on the buffer. I don't really get why my thing is started on port. Hello? This was 20 years ago. Student used to go down to the local cheap store. They had $1 frozen pizza, cheap, most disgusting 800 calories ever, but I doubt you could. Holy shit, $1 for a whole frozen pizza? That's crazy. All right. LSP isn't complaining anymore, but it's also not working anymore, which is, I don't know how I feel about that. Let me give it a second. Something weird is happening here. Like, how'd you learn how to code? I did college for 4 years. Computer science. That didn't do too much for me though. Not gonna lie, but it did help. But I just started programming shit. You make stuff and then you get better. It's just all practice. It's all practice. That's all it is. Like, it's like anything. How do you get good at drawing? You're gonna watch like 1,000 tutorial videos. That I'm sure it'll help a little bit here and there, but you're not gonna get better at art unless you draw. Like, you say that you want to make a pixel art game, so I'm guessing that you know how to do some pixel art. I'm guessing that you learned how to do that pixel art via practice. So programming is the same thing. It's just practice. You need to read docs, but like it's practice and then just an understanding of what the hell you're writing in the editor. That's it. It's just work. It's pound. It is work. 1 pound in the naughties. That was probably like 0.75. A devil came in the YouTube chat. Someone learned to draw from zero knowledge to what I am. Just keep drawing. FOMO. A devil joined the better side. The Hawker 400 XP is a toy plane. Just ride first class. It's comfy enough. All right, you can pay for my first class ticket. Oh, by the way, Pseudo, I have a friend that's joined in the military and going to the Air Force right now, and he says after he's done with tech school, he probably will be deployed to Germany. So he's invading you. Just letting you know in advance. I have a friend that's going to be invading Germany. Just thought I'd throw it out there. Boom. Do you know how politically insensitive that is right now? Yes, that's exactly why I said it. Why else? Why else would I say it? It's terrible. I mean, we need some impeachment soon or whatever needs to happen, but like this shit's getting ridiculous. What timing? I don't know yet. He just told me that he's doing tech school right now in the military. What's going on? What do you mean what's going on? There's a lot of stuff going on. Oh yeah, just Trump things, but yes. The whole Greenland debacle is like, I don't know, man. I say like impeachment, we should be ready for impeachment. I don't know why some people can't grow a spine already and just do the thing that they should be doing. Like I'm not even joking, like all these people that are supporting this, they just need to get out of government. They're trying to get rid of the friggin' world right now. Whoa! It's a raid.
Oh, there goes the channel. Operation Inks have just raided with 11 odd ones.
11 odd ones. I don't know why the pirate says 11 odd ones, I'm not gonna lie. Welcome in, by the way. Thank you for the raid. Greatly appreciated. What were you up to, Operation? Or do you prefer I call you Ivy? I don't know. It seems like everyone calls you Ivy. Ivy. Even though that's really, you're not actually Ivy, you're 14, all right? And now that I say it out loud, it sounds like an age. Twitch, do not ban Operation, all right? Not actually 14, but... But give everybody give Operation a follow. She's good fun. There's a lot of random stuff, it feels like. Horror games, Lego madness. The 14th iteration. Is she 14? No. She's not 14. Best iteration and infofinal.exe do not download. That is a virus. Operation's gonna hack a computer. Yeah, if you wanted to get coding nowadays, it is pretty easy to get started. It is pretty easy to get started. There's so many resources. You just start somewhere, and like you just write enough code. Like, it's really about hammering it all in, right? You hammer it in, you get in there, and you do the goddamn thing. And then it starts sticking eventually. You'll be like, I've seen this code like a few hundred times now. I think I'm getting it. What are you up to? Oh, we were refactoring Termos's code. Termos has been requesting a code review for like a hot minute, and I'm finally doing it. I'm finally delivering. He has like a whole Pokemon damage calculation system that he needed help with, and he was splitting it up into a bunch of parts, but I was like, you don't need to split it up into a bunch of parts. Just have a variable and just iterate over the variable, you know, do the thing. And now we're doing the thing. GD script, yes. My LSP isn't working though. So very sad right now. Damage calc, like, please? Are you, why? Look, connection taken. Oh, connection taken. Okay. It's working now. I don't know why it wasn't working before, but it's working now. Hell yeah. Read up on mental health. That might be good for your scenario. Nah, Brett seems like a generally happy person. It works on my computer. If it works on your computer, it absolutely does not work on mine. I'll guarantee that. All right, so we were up to calculating the Pokemon attack, which I think is part 4, part 5. Okay, so part 6 is part 4 times this global. So we're just making the Pokemon attack higher, Pokemon defense. This is defense. Attack. Defense. 6 and 7 is now attack divided by defense. Attack divided by defense. And this is part 6. Attack divided by 50? Why is the attack divided by 50? Wait, what? Part 6. Part 6? Attack divided by 60? What? Attack divided by 50? Part 7? Plus 2? Okay, wait, I don't know if you did this calculation correctly. I'm not gonna lie. Hold on. If one day you feel like you're not you, remember that mental health is the #1 reason. I'm just dumb. Yeah, no, I think that this is wrong. Wait, hold on. It shouldn't be part 6. So if we look at let's consult the formula, okay? So we have the power times attack divided by defense divided by 50, then at the end plus 2. There it is. So we're gonna leave this here. All right. So this is power. This is BP. This is BP, right? Battle power. That's the power of the attack, right? We're just converting this to code, this formula, which I mean, like, is not too bad of a calculation. Base power. Ooh, lurker power. 20 stream streak, hold a shites. Unleash Paisign.pl. I don't order food. That's right. Bread has it delivered. He's a prince, don't you know? He's a Polish prince. All right, 2 times level divided by 5 plus 2. So we have all this stuff. That's the top left of the formula. Okay. Plus 2. So this will be the level. We'll call this level. The level thing. Power is BP. And then attack divided by defense. Divided by 50 plus 2. Like, I don't know. That's fine to multiply this. And then attack divided by defense. Okay, so attack. And then we'll just do damage. Damage times equals well, I'm gonna write it out. Damage times Pokemon attack divided by Pokemon defense. All right, that is the top part. And then we could do damage equals damage divided by 50 plus 2, right? I think that does it. I don't know what is the rest of the stuff you're doing down here. This is confusing. Okay. See, it's really hard to read because like because when you're reading these parts, like you don't know what part is what. And they don't have names. This is the issue with calling them part something, part something, part something. Because like I don't like if I'm just to look over here, like what the hell is part 7 now? I have to look at part 7. I have to read what it's doing. Okay, so it's part 5 times multiplier defense. Okay, what is part 5? I have to keep going back. You don't have like a reference in your mind. You don't have a reference in your mind as to like what the parts actually mean, and that's why you give them a name. What was Devil saying? It would be helpful if you implemented the formula and code as you would do it, Coco, as an exercise in how you tackle it. Yeah, probably. Maybe as a pure function, ins and outs. Right. So eventually, like after cleaning this up, it still needs to be cleaned up again because you have your input and your output, right? So let's finish cleaning this up, and Devil has a good point for the next part because this is just like stage 1 of a refactor. And then this is part 1, okay, so now this is just doing, see now we have part 8 times stab, part 9 times terrain, part 9 times terrain, what's part 9? Part 9 is part 6 divided by 50, like why? Times this is just times a modifier at the end. Is there a formula for the modifier? Wait. Yeah, these ending parts are all wrong here, right? Yeah. Okay, so I was gonna say like this, none of this looks right. So you can just get rid of all that now. Oops. Let's go to part, I don't know, part 10, I guess. Just delete that much. This is a modifier though. I think there needs to be something that happens here. So essentially what you'd want to do is you'd want to do like function, and now you have calculate damage, right? And then you'd have to pull in some variables here, right? So let's imagine, I'm gonna say like class name or class Pokemon. I'm just gonna do it like this. Like this is not the best way that you'll be doing this, but it'll be like an example, right? So let's do Pokemon. A Pokemon will have stats, right? Like var attack. These will probably be ints, right? SP attack. We have defense. We have SP defense. And we have speed, right? Pokemon will have these stats, right? Good. Even if you wrote thing multiplied by other thing, which not I suggest it would be more readable. Right. You could have long and ugly names and it'll be more readable than just like part 1, part 2. Like anything is, I think anything is better than part 1, part 2, part 3. Like you could just call them anything that reflects what they are. That's a step ahead. But naming is hard. And I have no idea what multi-attack is doing there. Multi-attack is actually a calculation that you haven't done yet. Yep, so you need to learn variable naming, and naming is quote unquote one of the hardest things to do in programming. So welcome to the world of naming. My brother, look at the Kak family, man. Kiak. I mean, in 27 line. It's fine. It's fine. There's a, we don't have to worry about that anymore, right? So attacking on, here goes. I'm gonna call this Pokemon with a capital P, right? I don't really know how defending Mon is Pokemon. And then you would have to do like attack. So let's do like class, attack. And then this would have like a base power. This will have a power associated with it, okay? A power. This is not gonna, oops, this is not gonna be like, this is not gonna tell us like what the, if it's a special attack or what, but you would have to iterate on that in the future. Bar level, okay? Is also needed. We'll probably put level at the top because level. Okay, so attack is an attack. So do we have all the variables we need? Environment. We will just start with this. So now if we wanted to do this again, right? Whoops. We could pull all this in, okay? Let's just delete it out of here, yeah? Actually, let's just delete it. We don't need this over here anymore. All right, so globals are gone. You forgot HP. True. Bar HP, it's an int, all right? So there we go. We have the damage is global level, so now we can go to so what is this? Whose level? Whose level are we? We're using our Pokemon's level, right? And the defense would be the opponent's defense. So this would be our attack, our level, opponent's defense. These are the variables, right? I would assume that this is the attacker. This is just gonna be an assumption I make, which sounds right. Wait, attacking on that level, okay? So this is how you'd plug it in. The level of our Pokemon, base power is the attack dot power, right? Damage times attack dot power, okay? So now we have, here we go. So now we're getting into the nitty gritty of this one. This was a little bit more tricky because of the way this is all written out. But we have SP attack, right? Okay. This also should not be an already statement, by the way. Usually in code, when you're trying to do a calculation or something, you need to encapsulate it into a function, right? So like you're trying to get the multi-attack. If you're doing this in the ready function, this is just gonna run for the first time that the program starts and it will never run again. So that's not what you wanna do. You wanna have a function that says calculate multi-attack or calculate multi-defense. So I'm gonna pull this, whoops. I'm gonna pull this. You don't need a global for this. This is not where it sits. I'm gonna call this junk for now. I'm just gonna dump it in here because we got a lot of junk in this truck. All right. Oops, I'm just gonna leave this over here. Okay, good. So I see you have a bunch of stuff here. These are all like stats, right? I'm just gonna delete all this, yeah. So your script over here is gonna be empty now. We're gonna go ahead and plug these all in here. So now we don't need HP anymore, we don't need attack anymore, right? Because we have a class to hold this data in for the allies Pokemon and the enemies Pokemon. So that's gone. We don't need any of this stuff anymore. So if stab just sounds like, I don't know what any of this means, but it's fine. We'll figure this out as we go. Okay, and we get rid of this one. Okay.
I think you should pull Git on the multi-array traveler, iterate on the array big O notation.
How about I iterate on your
while taking
big
a focus
notation?
on ensuring that the stats are b.o.g.o friendly. Don't forget about DRY.
I think you should hang yourself out to dry, all right? You look a little wet right now. That was one acronym being short of being a corporate manager, for real. Dude is already on his way. He's on his way. Like, I don't know what this is applying for. I'm just gonna get rid of it, all right? It doesn't seem to do anything. So essentially you'd want one function where you pass in some parameters, and then you'd use these parameters to calculate the damage. So we have the attack power, we have our attacking mon level, and then this will be our opponent's defense. All right. So Pokemon attack, Pokemon defense. Attacking mon dot attack. ATK, I guess. Attacking mon dot defense. All right.
I think based on the function underscore junk, the garbage collection of if crit may be sub tiny lower floor O. I suggest the parameters aren't passed as variables, but as statically persistent data.
All right, listen, I'm about to crit you, okay? That's exactly what was being done, actually, statically persistent data. Which is, I guess a little ironic that you said that. It is what we were actually working with. Pokemon attack, so cool. Is gonna be, I'm just gonna default this to attacking mon dot attack, attacking mon, and then if special attack, if, okay, so here, so this is an example of what we do up here for the attack types, all right? So here we have enum attack.
But is it monostatically persistent or multi-channeled statically persistent data?
All the above. Attack type. And then we'll say, was it physical? Physical, or how are enums done in this? And then physical, or was it magic? I don't remember, man. Special? It's special, right? Special. Power, so we'll say, or attack type. And then this will just be attack type. So this will be an enum. Now that's called an enum up there. What I did, 29. This line over here, this chunk right here, this is an enum, and it's kind of like you can have like a written out kind kind of description of what this is. And these are useful because they kind of help you identify like different things that you need to iterate over, or you know, you'd be like, oh, is this a special attack? Is this a physical attack? Is this some kind of magical bullshit? I don't know. But you can set it now. You can say, okay, this attack has a power of whatever. It has an attack type of physical or special. You can say whichever one you want. You can just label it that way, right? Oh, we should probably give it a name, right? I think that would make sense. And then Pokemon attack. Okay, so we'll do attack. So now we can check the attack to see what kind of attack it is, right? So we can say attack dot attack type. Attack type equals attack type dot special. Then you'll just swap this out with the special attack. If not, you'll just keep the regular attack. So I'm only using one if statement. I'm just defaulting it to a physical attack. But if it's not a physical attack, then I'll just do a special. If you had more cases here, then you'd want to use like a switch statement or something, and then just kind of iterate over all the different types there are. But for this one, it's simple enough that you can just default it here, and if it's actually special, then you'll just update it to be special. It's so special. Okay, so now this is where we did the multi-attack calculation. And I remember we did this down here. Multi-attack damage multiplier. So we had our
I
formula.
suggest you monosynchronically do the updates for IvCrit.
I'm gonna update you, alright? Be more of a bot. You're gonna be an absolute bot. Okay, so now we have the multi-attack. So now the question is, where does the Okay, so we have a damage multiplier. We have a multi-attack amount, I think. Okay, is multi-attack supposed to just be damage here? Like the damage we've been calculating all along? Is this what multi-attack amount is? Like, I don't know what multi-attack is here.
Have you tried peering into the observation on bisectors?
I have not. Where does that fall in this formula, the multi-attack? Is there another formula I should see? Hold on, wait, I'm gonna check. Multi-attack is stat boost of Pokemon. Oh, so it's like checking the type, right? Right.
I think you should see Plato's observation on JRPG mechanics.
I don't think Plato did that. I don't think Plato did that, alright. Here we go. Okay, so we have stage multipliers. Look at that. We just calculated that. That's insane. Well, it's not insane. It was an easy calculation, but... Okay. 300 out of 100. My favorite way of writing 3. Is it your favorite way of writing 3? Why not 333 out of 111, alright? Gotta get creative. Okay, so you have stage multipliers. So stage +1 +2. So stage is like, is that like when they do like attack buffs? That's when they do like attack buffs and stuff, right? That's the stage multiplier. Wait, It's basically, so when does this modifier go into effect? Damage calculator Pokemon. They have like Bulbapedia. There we go.
Cock according to my calculation.
Okay, got it. Perfect. This is it. This is what we needed. Seems much more precise. All right, listen, it's just as precise. It's just as precise. It's rational. Unlike you. Which generation are you going with? Jesus Christ, look at that.
The inverse schematica according to the Euler's lemma 15.3 is that the DMG calc that the denominator mustn't be a perfect irrational of the square.
It doesn't have stat changes included, right? My God. Which formula are you using? There's a lot of formulas. You want to just go with the generation one? I think that's fine. Stab is, I think, when it's your
Cock, we
Pokemon
must
type, you do
figure out
more
the
damage.
PRNG system used for this Gen 1 system.
You choose 5.
According to PRNG rules, it is breakable.
Oh man. Okay. What the hell's Glaive Rush? Listen, alright? I don't know what Glaive Rush is. Same type attack bonus. Yeah, I know that one. Okay, so we power times attack divided by defense. Power times attack divided by defense. So you don't even need to
Read
do
the
this
description.
multi-calc thing yet. Like, this is not even something you need to do right now.
Glaive Rush literally explained LUL.
Listen, I can't read, okay? Don't you know this? There's a lot of small text there. I don't read small text. This is why I still haven't read that, You asked me to read that Twitch thing a long time ago. And it became the end of the world. You know what? And that's how it's gonna stay. What was it? The D something? D... I forgot what it was. Okay, so we have the attack and we have the defense. We're gonna get rid of this. I think, like, we don't need this right now. So we'll just calculate. Because right now what we're doing is, like, this is not a factor here. This is just attack divided by defense. So that's what we're gonna do. Right? And then we're gonna be like... We're missing one step here now. Pokemon attack, Pokemon defense. Wait, are we? Okay, Pokemon attack divided by Pokemon defense is gonna be the damage divided by 50 plus 2. Right. So if we have the most basic calculation here, like, this should already be the calculation. So let's try this. I'm gonna print debug. All right.
I must go. Don't forget Plato.
Don't forget Plato. I don't Plato, all right? You Plato. So what I'm giving you is kind of like a little framework for how you can apply this going forward. But like this would be the beginning of your calculation, right? Print debug. So let's say that wait, how do you do string interpolation? Godot string interpolation. That is so ugly, man. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. we're gonna wait, hold on. Simple video actually works if you know the formula. Okay, it's fine. I'm probably gonna stop doing this after we just print this out and it looks like it works. You can focus on how to expand it after, but I'm giving you like the framework on what to work with. After this, it's kind of like a learning experiment for you. But see you later, Pseudo. Brett also says bye. Print debug. So let's do %s. Oh, this is so bad, man. Okay, I'm just gonna be like, so attacking mon dot name performs let's say attack dot name on defending mon dot name, and then we'll say dealing damage. Bum, 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 bum. Might stream tomorrow for the lulls. Really? That's interesting. Integer division. This will be discarded. Let's do a float. Can we do like a float here? I don't know. I want that to at least, you know. I'm gonna do floor here. Just this is floor is just a temporary measure because damage needs to be whole number. Actually, I'll do it separately just so it's not confusing. Temporary measure to get whole number, okay? And then we'll just be like damage equals floor damage. I should sleep. Sleep is probably a thing you should do if you're sleepy and you need to wake up in the morning. I would highly recommend that. I would highly recommend that. So let's go ahead and try this out. I've left this calculation here, though you're not gonna need it for anything. Func, ready. Let's say calculate damage. All right. Attacking mon, defending mon. Okay, so attacking mon equals Pokemon. Okay, bar defending equals Pokemon. Okay, wait, is that even how you do it? I don't know, man. Var attack equals attack All right. So attacking dot name equals strawberry cheeks. All right. Defending that name equals toilet paper. And then we have attack dot name equals, oops. Let's do like they need attack, right? Attacking dot ATK equals, let's do easy to work with numbers. 10. Attacking that level equals 10. Okay, defending dot name is okay. Defending dot defense equals, let's just say 10. All right, let's get whole numbers. Attack dot name equals wipes. All right. Attack dot base dot power equals attack dot attack type is gonna equal attack type dot physical, and then you go ahead and plug these in, right? So you just be like attacking, defending, attack. All right. Dot new. Is that what I have to do? Whoops. Ah, yeah, I forgot to do dot new. I always forget how this works in GDScript. All right. So if I'm not drunk, this should just work. If we start the screen, we should see like a little thingy. Oops, hold on. Alt Shift T, boom. Division by 0 error. Oh shit. Oh, did we forget to set a defense? Defense. Defending. No. Oh, this is defending mon.defense. See, this is why you test. Okay, cool. So let's see. Strawberry Cheeks performs wipes on toilet paper, dealing 6 damage. Now the question is 6 correct? I don't know if 6 damage is correct. So let's look at the basic formula, all right? I put 10 for everything, I think. Except for level is 1. Level is 1 and everything else is 10. And attack power is 100. So let's see if the calculation's correct. So with this should be the basic formula that works out to. So level is 10. I mean, level is 1, so 1 times 2. 2 divided by 5. Okay, so we have 2 out of 5, which is, that's going to be 4.4 plus 2, 2.4. So we have 2.4. Hold on. I need somewhere to write this. I'm not going to mentally remember all this. 2.4 times power is going to be 100. PEMDAS. Multiplication happens. Wait, multiplication happens before division, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. So this attack is actually supposed to be happening over here, and then it's divided by the defense, right? Is that how it's supposed to work? Because I did attack divided by defense. Whoops, I might have done that wrong. I'm gonna see how it is with the other way. So attack divided by defense is gonna be 1 times 1. Okay, and then divided by 50. 4.8 plus 2. Plus 2. 6.8. And then it floors, so it should come out to 6. And it did come out to 6. But if we're supposed to do it the other way, then it should be coming out to... this should be 2 plus 0.4, right? So 2.4. Hold on. 2 times level divided by 5. So 0.4 plus 2, 2.4 times power is 100. Wait. And then attack divided by defense. 1 divided by 1 is 1. It still comes out to the same thing. 50. Right. So let me do a Pokemon damage calculator. We didn't even like calculate anything else in. This would just be this is like the most basic implementation. Like this doesn't factor in types. So, by the way, what did Big Ed 42 win? He won his name on the screen. That's what he won. Look for a different calculator. Is something just like simple? That might have been the most simple one.
I am true winner of Cloco screen.
Okay, let's put attack 10. Defense of this one is going to be 0, 0, 0. Minimum defense is going to be 10. Right. The true winner. Okay, attack 10, defense 10. I don't know why this is coming out to 15. And this is coming out to 13. I have no idea why. Yeah, that's weird. Oh, maybe when it's max level? Okay. Attack 10, defense 10. And then this is gonna do singles. Ice. I'm gonna do like a bite.
Cloco.
Cloco. You're a Cloco. 100.
The time for cock is 8:56.
Is it though? Okay, so
Cloco.
Bite. Bite. Okay, so we get bite and attack of 100. This has attack of 10. This is defense of 10. And I don't think there's anything else here that should make the difference, right? I don't think there's anything else. Where's the button to calculate? Calculate. No. Level makes a difference, does it? Oh, that's right, it does. 1. You're right. You're right. You are right. Okay. This is 7 to 9. There's other factors in here. It lowers your attack, modest. There's too many of these, man. Oops. There's too many. Healthy, healthy. Nature. I don't know, man. Okay, so the damage is coming out to a little bit higher than what I'm calculating. So we are slightly off. And I don't know why. Looks good to you now? Yeah. So this comes out to 7 damage. I don't know which formula they're using. Like, I don't know what generation formula is being used here because they're all a little bit different, right? I like it's called Picolytics. But yes.
XX00 Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you. I think we're close enough,
Also
though.
by I go.
I'm going to change this. All right. See you later, Big Ed. Have a good rest of your night. I'm going to change this to being like, this attack has... let's change it to 50. The defense is going to be like 20. Attacker.level is going to be like 40. Okay? Boom. 50 attack, 40 level, 20 defense. Okay. 50 attack, or level first. 40. Oops. 50 attack. Okay, this says this attack would have 70 to 84 damage. There's no solid number. Wonderful. Because there's some kind of RNG. It's a Gen 5 calculator. So there's some sort of RNG implemented in there. Right. Okay, so Strawberry Cheeks perform wipes on toilet paper, dealing 74 damage. It's in the range.